very impressed by the previous panel and would like to follow on them and build on them. Let me start with the following. When a corporation pays a bribe, it is destroying capitalism. Capitalism requires fair competition. Corruption destroyed it. That's simple. I will try to present one point is personal integrity is not enough to control corruption. Corruption is not just about individual integrity. I was a prosecutor, so I will present my evidence. I will tell you a real story. How a corporation, Siemens, carefully selected the most honest manager they had in order to appoint him to pay the bribes. So Siemens bribes were paid by honest people. The manager was called Reinhard Sikacek. He was elected. His bosses at Siemens considered him was so personally honest that he will manage properly 50 million bribes they allocated to pay around the world. So it's very important because it's difficult to control bribe payment. So you need an honest man to pay the bribes in an honest way. And it's interesting because why an honest man took the job. Mr. Sikacek say to the prosecutor after that he was reluctant to take the job, but he understood there was an economic necessity. He considered that if Siemens did not pay bribes, it will lose contracts, and therefore its employees might lose their jobs. So he accepted the job to pay bribes to protect the company. For him, Siemens was his people. And that for me is a problem. And in fact, I like to quote 3.3, because 3.3 explain exactly the same idea. Honesty, integrity is not about individual integrity. He say, until this date, not a single person has been corrupt with his own people. He cannot do it. If corruption has increased so much, it means, 3C said, belongingness has ended. 3C say, corruption only happens out of a sense of non-belongingness. Belongingness should increase. Where belongingness ends, corruption begins. End of the 3C quote. And that for me is the lesson of Mr. Sikacek story. He did not feel he belonged to Germany or to European Union or to humanity. He felt he was belonging to Siemens. And when Siemens requested him to do this illegal act, he did it for Siemens. And he did not realize, it was difficult for him to realize, that was wrong, that it was against many communities. So the question is, do we belong to our organization? Do we belong to our country? Do we belong to our humanity? As you see, the World Forum could help us to get a sense of belongingness. We are not reinventing ideas, but in the panel was the World Economic Business for Ethics, the World Forum for Ethics in Business, the World Bank, and Transparency International. And in some way, they can help us to feel that we belong to humanity. And to conclude, how to escape from the trap of Mr. Sikacek. We had to build this idea that we belong to humanity and implement it on reality. And just to talk about reality now, tonight I'm taking your flight in your company, going to Bangladesh, because I'm the chairman of the World Bank panel of experts on an allegation of corruption in a Bangladesh project, $3.1 billion project. And it's interesting because the money was never paid. The company offered the money. It's not the Bangladesh people request the money. A Canadian company offered the money. And now I cannot discuss details because I have confidential duties, but in a few months the case will be progressing. And I think it's a great opportunity for the World Forum, Ethic Forum, the World Bank, and Transparency International. In fact, Huguet is a Huguet-level country to work together to discuss how the companies working with the World Bank can do it better. So I think it's a great opportunity. It's one case of action in the way that you presented, Sanjay, how we can move from thinking to action. Thank you very much.